Hi, Cancer. Welcome to your bonus reading. Welcome to Leigh's Intuitive Tarot. My name is Leigh, and today we're doing that bonus reading for you, right? So, like I said, congratulations on winning. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you like to book a personal reading, the information is in the description box below. If you ever want to be read live at the end of any of my lives, I read 2 times a week now. I read on Sundays, Sunday mornings, and Thursday mornings, well, depending on where you live, Sundays and Thursdays. So that information is going to be in the description box of those videos, okay? All right, let's go ahead and get started. Let's get a Romance Angels card and see what Spirit wants to say. This card keep coming out. Okay, this is the card that fell out of the deck before I turned on the camera. It says soulmate. It says, yes, this is your soulmate. So I would assume that this reading is, yes, it's going to be about your soulmate, right? Okay, yeah, it's about your soulmate because we got calling in your soulmate, Cancer. It says your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. I told you, y'all out here kissing people in the mouth and you ain't telling nobody nothing, and you got all these good reads. I ain't mad at you though. I'm like, get it, Cancer, get it. Okay, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to do something different for y'all today. I am going to do a spread that talks about money, then your career, then we're going to talk about love. We're not going to delve deep into the money and career, but I want to pull some cards to see what else Spirit wants to tell you about it, okay? Because they be kind of cryptic about it. So let's see if we just focus on it, what they want you to know, okay? All right, let's see. So we're going to start with money. This is for Cancer, Spirit. Let me put this here. If I was going to change the banner to money, but if I do that, I was going to put it across the top, but if I put it across the top, it's going to take the one off the bottom. So you know this is money, okay? All right. This is a money message for Cancer, please, Spirit. What do you need for them to know? Okay. What's the current financial energy for Cancer? Is it supposed to be like this? Okay. Okay, Cancer, let's talk. First of all, we need to start off with this overall energy, right? So we got the 3 of coins showing up here, but it's reversed, right? So it says uncommitted, loss of motivation, not learning from past mistakes. This can talk about a lack of interest, some type of disharmony, and it can talk about also third-party friction. But I feel like, well, I was going to say, because we're not talking about love, that it couldn't be about third-party friction, but it can be, because some of y'all could have somebody, I feel like this third-party friction is talking about not somebody, the dusty and crusty trying to fuck with your money. I feel like that's what it's saying, okay? And some of you may have been fighting against this for a while, and I feel like that could be where the loss of motivation has come from, okay? Like I tell y'all all the time, I feel like this theme of instability has been running through this collective, like since we first got on this earth, right? Like the instability coming from, our family life, and instability from, school for some of you, instability, just with friends, just in every area. And it stems from our sense of self, our lack of self-worth, not realizing how valuable we are and understanding that we deserve to have all the beautiful things, the amazing things that you see other people have. We're valuable enough and worthy enough to have those things too, but we have to believe them. I tell you that all the time, right? I can tell you you're amazing all day long, Cancer, but if you don't believe it, what we gonna do, right? So I feel like some of y'all, when it comes to money, you kind of been beating your head against the wall, like, maybe like out there working yourself to death, doing overtime, doing all these things, trying to better your financial situation. And I feel like for some of y'all, maybe there for a while it did start to get better and it did look like it was going to turn around, but then all of a sudden here come these dusties and crusties with this fucking magic and all this bullshit they're doing. And I feel like, because they're showing me that card, there's a card that talks about financial blockages, and it's a picture of a coin in a bird cage, like it's locked down. And I feel like for some of y'all that's what's going on, right? So let me clarify this. I'm going to see. Okay, hold on. I feel like this is where you were coming from. Okay, let me clarify this. I want to see what is going to show up when I do this. Give me, let me see what this is. Why we got this? Why is this showing up? Hold on. Why is this showing up, Spirit? Because we talking about money. I just feel like, you know, this is Spirit telling you with this sex shop card, because you know what it is? I hear I hear that Candy Shop song by 50 Cent in my head. I just feel like this is Spirit clarifying, because this is the deck I'm using. This is Spirit clarifying that this person, it is the Dusty and Crusty that in the past has tried to, you know, stop your money because they don't want you moving on without them. And they feel like if they try to punish you by messing up your money or messing up something in your life, they can, you know, you gonna see the error of your ways and have an epiphany or some bullshit like that and come back to their asses, right? Not knowing the whole time Spirit is telling you everything that's going on, okay? So yeah, because see, this is talking about them. They doing research on you, on ways that they can mess your stuff up. And then it's also talking about, with the spilling the beans, revealing secrets, cats out of the bag, untrustworthy, right? So some of y'all just got people around you, just fucking scandalous people, right? Because I hear that Prince song in my head, scandalous. That's the part I hear. And it said talking about you and me. That's what I hear. So, you know, you want your shit to be marvelous, but they trying to fuck your shit up, okay? Then you got this new person, of course, coming into your life. It's talking about I hate nothing about you, right? And I feel like all of this stuff is like swirling around, like in your life, and you're trying to get a hold of these three parts of your life: your love, your career, and your finances. And it seems like every time you feel like you finna get a leg up, you finna pull yourself out of the water and stop treading water, it's like something's always there waiting on you to push you back in the water, right? Okay, so underneath this, we got 10 of coins. Okay, the 10 of pentacles showing up here. So it says family legacy, right? So I feel like this is Spirit saying that even though this has been the status quo for a lot of you for a very long time with the 3 of coins reversed, you are about to step into this new timeline where you're going to have the 10 of coins here, okay? Which is, like I told you, this is financial stability, you know, money, love, legacy, all of it, okay? All right. After all this, you know, shit we all been through, okay? And that it's going to be with the Hierophant, it's going to be like a higher level of money. It's not going to be like, oh, let me throw you a few hundred here or a few thousand here. I feel like it's going to be life-changing money when it does come, okay? But you got to stay the course, Spirit is saying, and do what you need to do. Keep showing up for yourself every day, because I keep telling you that is what's most important, right? It's about you loving yourself and realizing what it is you truly do deserve, right? And part of this is about you fighting back at this motherfucker, not trying to do things to them, but just saying, you know, you or nobody, neither you nor anybody else has the right to dictate my fucking flow of money, right? So we got the moon showing up here. This is your energy, right? Because it's Pisces, but I also say it's Cancer, because Cancer is ruled by the moon. And I feel like Spirit is telling you, for a lot of you, it's your subconscious thoughts, negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, and subconscious thoughts that are blocking you from what it is that you truly want. But I also feel like Spirit is saying you have this abundance that is coming towards you. You just don't see it coming. Okay. I feel like it's going to start off just a little bit. It's going to start off as a trickle with the messenger of coins here. This is the page coins or page of pentacles. Earth sign is someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo Capricorn. And Spirit is saying when the money shows up with the Four of Cups reversed, it's going to be about you seizing the day, right? About you being proactive. And I feel like when you come into this, the betterment of your finances, there's going to be a situation where you need to, how can I explain? Take advantage of that abundant period in your life and make sure, like now, I feel like you need to be thinking about what it is you want to do. Like if I get a big chunk of money or a big lump sum of money, this is what I would want to do with it, because Spirit is going to want you to have a plan. Just like I tell you, when you get into a relationship with your person, you need to have a plan when it comes to, how you're going to navigate things, what it is you want out of a relationship, how you're going to deal with conflict, all of these things. Like I tell you, you need to think about that. You need to think about what you're going to do when you come into this lump sum of money, because you don't want it to be like those people that win the lottery and win these, millions of dollars. And then a few years later, they fucking even worse off in debt because they don't know how to handle it, right? So I feel like that's what I feel like, Spirit is talking about, what they're talking about with this messenger of coins, right? Because you see what it says on here, laying a foundation. So Spirit is wanting you to already be starting to think about foundationally what you're going to want to do with this money. If you're going to invest it, if you're going to put it in a high yield savings account, what it is, buy a house, what things you're going to want to do with it. Okay. All right. So you can make sound financial decisions. Okay. All right. So the first card that fell, this talks about your current financial energy. So we got the Six of Swords, right? But it fell like this. So what this tells me, we talking about instability again, because not only is instability on the reverse of this card, it fell like this. So this is telling me, I hear that song again by Black Sheep, this or that. Spirit is saying the choice is yours. Either you can look at this, step into this situation, and realize better days are ahead and stay in this energy, or you can continue to sit in this instability and let there be trouble ahead. Spirit is telling you it's how you think about it. Okay? So with your subconscious mind, that's why the Moon card is there. Okay? So when it comes like this, I tell you, when a card falls like this, it's saying you going back and forth. Some days you thinking you doing catastrophe thinking, and then the next day, Cancer, we good, better days. You singing Joe, right? Better days, that your money gonna get better, right? Yeah, that things are gonna get better. But Spirit is wanting you to pick a fucking side. Basically, that's what they're telling you about this. That you can learn how to step into this better times ahead and move forward with the Six of Swords, but you have to make the decision to do it. That's what they're telling you, okay? All right, let's get the next card. Next card talks about what's helping your wealth. Okay, we have the King of Coins here, and we have, this is the King of Pentacles. Earth sign is someone with a lot of earth in their chart towards Virgo Capricorn. So Spirit is saying what is helping your wealth is your mindset, because you're very stubborn. Okay, those of you that are watching this, Spirit is saying you need to take that stubbornness, right? Because a lot of times people like to look at stubbornness as a negative quality, but this is all about taking whatever it is that you got and using it to your advantage. So Spirit is saying your stubbornness and being, unwilling to fail and say, this time around, the second time around, I'm not going to be left, hold, well, you want to hold the bag, but you know what I mean? Left holding the bag, when they say it in a negative way, negative connotation, or I'm not going to be caught with my pants down. I'm going to have a actual plan on how I want to use this money, and because Spirit is wanting you to take it and not run through it, but take it and set yourself up so that you can have a sound financial foundation for the rest of your life. Okay? Because I told you, this is not about you and this new person when you come together having the exact same amount of money in your bank account, but it is talking about you being able to stand on your own 2 feet and understand that you can take care of yourself. Because I feel like that's what this is all about. One of the themes of this journey that we're on in this collective is talking about, you know, going from instability to stability. That's one of many themes. Okay. All right. The next card we're going to look at talks about long-term financial outcome. Okay. See what comes. Okay. We got the 5 of Cups falling here for the long-term financial outcome. Okay, so it says unwelcome change. So that's why I said we can't take these cards at face value because this deck don't mean the same things. You know, every deck is different. Every deck has its own meanings and so on and so forth, unless it's you know, patterned after the Rider-Waite, right? So I'm saying all of this to say this is about you understanding that when you get the money that you've been wanting all your life, it is going to be an unwelcome change. And any kind of tower moment, even if it's a good tower, right? Because that's what a tower moment is a change in your life. Even if it's a good tower, it creates stress, it creates all these things. And then you got to think about it. I told you, you're going to have people come in with their hands out. You're going to have to think about how you're going to deal with that. Are you going to tell anybody about your money? If you tell anybody, who are the people you can trust? Who are the ones that you can't trust? You already know the Dusties and Crusties going to be having their damn hands out, expecting you to, you know, subsidize their fucking lifestyle, partying all the time. Because I hear it, my girl wants to party all the time, so they want to party. And instead of they fucking asking a job or whatever the hell it is that they need to do, they're looking for somebody else to subsidize it, right? So you got to ask yourself these questions. So that's what I feel like it is, because you know a lot of people that end up getting a lot of money and they're not used to it, they end up looking like this, okay? So I don't feel like this is a bad thing. I feel like this is spirit trying to prep you for what is coming, to tell you, hey, going from living paycheck to paycheck or you know, being a, you know, middle class and afloat to jumping up to a different tax bracket, it's stressful. It's a good change, right? But it's also a stressful change, and you need to be thinking about that just like we think, because this is about all the changes that are happening or about to be happening in your lives, Cancer. Okay? All right. Hold on. Let me see, is there anything else they want to tell you? I want to use, let me get these. Okay. But I hear better days. I hear that Joe song in my head. So Spirit is telling you this is a positive change, but you got to be ready for what's going to happen, because you're going to have people that's going to be coming. You know, this is about clarity. That's what Spirit is saying. It says, you know, able to see things clearly, understanding situations, people, places, and things for what they truly are. You're going to have to understand this situation for clearly what it is, that it is a level up, but you're going to have to get used to it, okay? Yeah, and it's going to require a lot of patience on your part. See, look at the snail. That's a snail in her hand. So you can't, I don't know if you can see it, but it's a snail in her hand. So Spirit is going to be, it's saying, take your time, that there are better times ahead, but it's going to require you to be patient with yourself and patient with this current financial situation. Okay? All right. Okay. Then with the King of Coins reversed, like I told you, it says stubborn. So Spirit is telling you to, you know, whatever your skills are and use them to inspire yourself, you know, like what will be the best scenario when it comes to my money? Like what's gonna get me to where I'm trying to go when it comes to my financial goals, okay? And then with the Five of Cups, you know, Spirit is saying, you know, don't look at it as unwelcome change. This is a blessing. And this is about you learning how to step into your confidence, because you're going to have to learn, you know, having a lot of money. Like I told you, all of this shit is a lesson. That's what you got to understand. So you having a lot of money is going to teach you how to build your confidence. Okay. All right. All right. Let me move on. We're going to move on to the next portion. We're going to talk about career. Okay. All right. This is Cancer's career, Spirit. I keep hearing that too. The second time around. So a lot of y'all, you having a lot of second chances in a lot of areas of your life, not just your love. I told you this all the time, right? Okay, so what's the current career energy, please? Okay, so we pulling the same card, right? Okay, let me start with the overall energy. So we got death card here, right? It's Scorpio energy. Spirit is telling you about to step into, or right now, this could be happening for some of you, because you know it could have already happened. It could be happening now, or it could be coming, right? So this is Scorpio energy, and it's talking about external change, right? Transformation, a total overhaul of what's happening on the outside, because a lot of you are doing the work. If you doing the internal work, you're going to start to see the changes on the outside. So some of y'all are going to wake up. Let me explain this to you. When you heal, you become a completely different person, Cancer. This is what you got to understand. That, like I told you, when it comes to love and you heal yourself, you start to really see the fucking type of people you have been entertaining in your life, whether it's love, romantic love, or, you know, family love, or friendly love, right? You're going to see, like, you're going to start to see, it's like the scales fall off your eyes, and you like, oh my God, I was dealing with this, and I was doing this, and I was putting up with this. What in the hell was going on with me? This is what I'm trying to get you to understand. So the same thing is going to happen for a lot of you with the career, like with working, right? So if you working a dead end job, or you working some shit where, you know, it's tolerable, but you know that's not what you're supposed to be doing, I'm just telling you, if you're doing the internal work on yourself and you start to see external changes, you're going to be like, I can't do this job no more. This is not what I came here to do. It's like you going through, when you do the healing, you opening yourself, you opening up a Pandora's box. Let me say it like that. Kind of like when you go back and look at things from your past, you know how you be like, okay, I'm gonna work on healing myself, and then you working on one thing, and then fucking 10 other things come up from somewhere else that don't even have nothing to do with what you're working on. It's like that when it comes to you healing. You gonna, all these other things are gonna come up, and you're gonna be like, okay, I've wasted all these years of my life doing shit that you know wasn't feeding my soul, because that's what people don't realize. You work to eat, but working or having a career or being inspired by what you do feeds your damn soul too. And when you start to see that it's not doing that, oh buddy, a lot of y'all gonna be like, okay, I can't fucking do this no more. I gotta start to make changes and get the fuck out of where I am, because it's not working for me. Okay. All right. So look, we have the Two of Wands reversed. Spirit is saying a lot of y'all don't have a strategy. This is time for you to reassess, to make, you know, adjustments to certain things you're trying to do, set goals on where you're trying to go, just like with the money, right? What's the best case scenario for you with the money? So you know what you need to do, right? Same thing, best case scenario when it comes to your career. Because I feel like the majority of you know what you came here to do. But, you know, I feel like a lot of you have talked yourself out of it, right? Because I used to do that, you know. Oh, I can't make no money. I used to tell myself, oh, I can't make no money with no cars, and you know, I know what I used to say. And now I'm like, see, I made a fool out of myself, you know. So that's what I'm trying to tell you. A lot of times it's us. It's not the circumstances. It's not the other people. A lot of times the other people are only reflecting back to us the shit we're telling ourselves, whether it's in a relationship, whether it's through career, or whether it's through your money. Okay. All right. So we got the Four Swords here, right? So Spirit is telling you, you got to go within, Cancer, and figure out what it is you truly want. So some of y'all need to You know what I hear? Sitting on the dock of the bay, wasting time. That's what I hear Otis Redding. So Spirit is saying some of y'all gonna have to isolate. You're gonna have to go sit somewhere with yourself and figure out, Cancer, what it is that you really want to do, what it is you really need to do, because choices, even if you don't make a choice, that's still fucking making a choice. And so, I keep telling y'all, this time frame is speeding up. And for those of you that are older and you ain't 20 something years old no more, even 30 something years no more, old no more, it's time for you to figure out what it is you want to do. Because what the fuck you waiting on, right? What are you waiting on? Time waits for no one. And so the sooner you can start, making changes or adapting yourself or changing your life to move in the direction of what it is you want to do for a career, the better. That's what Spirit is trying to tell you. So you got to go within. You got to go within first to figure out what that is, okay? Because like I told you, some of us don't know what we want to do when it comes to certain things, okay? Then we got the High Priestess, right? Subconscious mind. This is Pisces energy. Spirit is telling you, you need to be listening to your intuition. Your intuition will guide you to where you need to go. And then here's the Seven of Swords. This is about coming clean. No more deception. No more saying, oh, I can stay here another day, or, I got to pay my bills. And nobody is telling you to go to work. I always tell you that. I ain't telling you go to work tomorrow and quit your fucking job. I would never tell nobody no shit like that, because we got to eat. Look at what kind of economy we're living in, right? So I'm saying all of this to say, having a plan and starting to implement that plan. Let me give you an example. The place where I am right now, I'm ready to move somewhere else, right? So I've been wanting to do it for a while, but I've been kind of like shuffling my feet when it comes to this, procrastinating about it, because you gotta kick yourself in the butt. You gotta do this, you gotta do this, you gotta do that, and I'm like, I don't want to, and then now Spirit is telling me, okay, you need to be doing what you need to do. They be playing certain songs in my head, like, you need to do what you need to do. Come on, you got to stop, because I was like, oh, I'm finna do it. I got all this time left. And then now I'm like, no, I don't. It's right around the corner, when I had planned to do what I need to do. So I'm saying all of this to say that everybody does this. Everybody procrastinates, but you got to really, the part of this journey, Cancer, is talking about you realizing, okay, this ain't good for me no more. This is not what I want to do anymore. I don't feel like I belong here anymore. I don't belong at this job anymore. I don't belong in this financial situation anymore. You realizing that, okay? That's one thing, but now you got to make the take the steps. You got to get up off your butt. Okay? Because I hear it. You need to get off on your own, girl or guy. You need to get off on your own. You need to get off on your own, girl. That's what I hear. So some of y'all, you may need to move from where you are, because I don't know why I called to talk about that. So some of y'all may need to move away from where you are. That might help you with your career. Maybe you need to move to another place, because maybe the thing you want to do is better off somewhere else. And then you got to look at it like this too. If you're happy in other areas of your life, that happiness, I tell y'all this all the time, that happiness is going to bleed over into other areas of your life. Just like if you pissed off and you angry, the fucking anger is going to bleed over into the other areas. It's the same thing. Okay. Okay. So some of y'all got to open up your eyes and be aware of what is happening, because some of y'all are holding your own fucking selves hostage. Okay. Because you ain't in a situation you need to be in. Okay. You're not liking where you're working. You're not liking what's going on with your money. You're not liking nothing that's going on in your life, but you're not doing anything to kick yourself in the ass and fix it. So Spirit is telling you here, it's time to make things right? It's time for you to confess to yourself, because I hear these are my confessions by Usher, right? But he ain't talking in this line. With this line, Spirit is not talking about coming clean about relationship. Spirit is saying you need to come clean with yourself and be honest with yourself about the state of affairs in your life and what you don't like that's going on, because only you can change it. Okay. All right. And then we got Hangman. Okay. Pisces energy again. So some of you got Pisces placements it says a new perspective. So this is about you learning how to surrender to what is going on, but also looking at what's going on, because some of y'all need to walk away from certain situations. Some of y'all need to walk away from these jobs, because we talking about career, right? So it ain't just, I told you, but I always tell you when this card comes up, we ain't just talking about love. I say it could be people, places, or things, right? So for some of you, I was right about that, right? Spirit told me that some of y'all, you gonna have to get up out of where you are, because it's not feeding you in any way that is positive. Okay. All right. So let's clarify. So we have, see, these were, again, this is about clarity, Spirit is saying, right? And this is talking about being able to see things clearly and about learning certain lessons. So it's saying valuable soul lessons needed to make yourself whole again. Like I told you, this whole thing we're on, this whole journey is about you understanding, Cancer, okay? How do I go from the instability that I grew up in or that I experienced as a child into now stepping into stability as an adult, okay? Because I told you, when you're a child, you have no control over what happens, right? But once you become an adult, your life, if you're unhappy, things are not the way you want it to be, it is up to you to fix it, okay? All right. So the first card that fell talks about, like I said, it's your current career energy. We got the same card falling. It's the King of Pentacles. It's reversed, right? So it says stubborn, right? So this is talking about, being ungrounded. Some of y'all may feel, jealous because or envious because you see other people doing things they love to do and you want to do that. Okay. It can talk about other people feeling that way about you. If you already got your shit in order, but you got motherfuckers that's envious of you, that's why a lot of these destined questions is doing shit to you. Those of you that are working on yourself and you're doing what you came here to do, God's not going to let these people mess with you, and you starting to soar, or you starting to go viral, or you starting to have the big breaks that we talk about all the time. That's what this could be talking about as well. So a lot of people are going to get disloyal when your star starts to rise. You're going to see a lot of people like kirk out and get mad and fucking crash out because, why does Cancer get to have what they want, but I don't get to have what I want? See, fucking twin flame. I can't fucking make this shit up, right? But Spirit is telling you, you're going through a spiritual awakening, and that's why all of this stuff is happening now, and all these changes are going to need to be made, okay? It's about you detaching and remaining in the flow. Spirit is telling you, accepting and no longer feeling the need to alter or control the situation. But this is also talking about you're a co-creator, right? And so what I mean by that is that Spirit's going to do what they need to do. But I keep telling you, you have to meet Spirit halfway by the healing, by, like I told you, getting a plan in place, making goals, figuring out what it is you want to do. Okay? All right, let's move on. The next card we're going to look at, or next placement, talks about what's moving you forward. Okay, so the opportunities, momentum, or actions bringing success and growth. Oh, see? Look, the impending happiness. It says the 10 of Cups, right? Storybook ending. So this is about the fact that you looking for what's going to make you happy. What do we just talk about, right? You're looking for what it is that's going to make you happy. Because I told you, you already got to be in this 10 of Cups if you want to have the 10 of Cups with your person, right? So this is what this is about. And when it comes to money, when it comes to career, and when it comes to love, you putting yourself in the right place, showing up the right way, so that when your person does that same thing, the two of you can come together, okay? So this is talking about finding harmony, finding your bliss, okay? Again, stability. We just was talking about instability, right? And stepping into stability. Learning how to be emotionally fulfilled no matter who's there, if anybody else is there with you or not, right? Finding whatever your happiness and whatever your emotional fulfillment is in all the areas of your life, okay? All right, let's clarify. So, and then look, your spirituality, that's what's going to help you. I feel like this is Spirit again saying, listen to your intuition, okay? Your spirituality is going to help, put you on the proper path to show up, to meet your goals and whatever it is you want to do, okay? Next card we're going to take a look at talks about the career outcome and potential, okay? It depends on your, look, we got the high priestess. It depends on your, this is Pisces energy. So a lot of y'all got Pisces placements. This is like the third Pisces card that came up. So this is about, and I hear it again, this or that. This or that. Spirit is saying it's up to you. Whether you're going to deal with your negative thoughts and limiting beliefs and get in there and do what you need to do to heal yourself and then listen to your intuition, or you just going to keep holding it in and keep experiencing the same status quo. That's what Spirit is telling you, okay? All right. It's up to you, right? You're the inspiration. It ain't nobody else. Or this can talk about you going out and finding your inspiration. Let your love relationship, that your impending love relationship be your inspiration, or the love you have for yourself, or if you got kids and stuff like that, let them be your inspiration. But you got to figure out what that is and go forward, move forward with it, okay? Because there it is. We're saying you got to learn how to trust. You got to be willing to take the leap, take the risk when it's time, okay? Surrender. Okay, let's move on. The last thing, of course, last but definitely not least, we finna look at your love life. I like this. I started to not do this, but I'm liking it. I think it's a pretty good read, and I hope y'all enjoy it. Okay. Okay, what's the current love energy, please? Okay, so let's start off with the overall energy, right? It's justice when it comes to your love life. This is Libra energy. It's talking about fairness and balance, right? About you finally getting to have your cake and eat it too, have your pie and eat it too. You know what I tell you, getting your just desserts, right? You and your person getting your karma, right? Your dharma. That's what they talk about, good karma, positive karma, good karma, your dharma when it comes to your love life. Then we've got the King of Wands here, right? So this is fire sign or someone with a lot of fire in the chart, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This talks about your person coming in. This person, is a natural born leader. I told you they're a boss. They always have that boss energy. This is a free thinker, somebody, like I said, that is going to be a protector. They're very charismatic, very successful, somebody very passionate. You're going to have a lot of passion for each other, right? Then with the King of Cups, this person also not only has passion, but they have a lot of love for you as well with the King of Cups. This is a water sign or someone with a lot of water in their chart. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. It's Cancer for me. So it's your energy, and it's talking about balance, Cancer, okay? About, learning how to use logic when logic is needed. Use emotion when emotion is needed, right? Because people are always like to try to tell us, the water signs, that emotions are dirty and don't let them see you sweat and all this kind of shit. We fucking emotional. That's our base. But I agree to a certain point with that notion, saying only the part about there's a time and place for both things. I don't feel like somebody needs to be logical all the time and nobody needs to be emotional all the time. You just have to know when to use both, and you have to have a healthy amount of respect for both, I feel like, okay? So this is about you stepping into a connection with somebody that, look, you getting all the dang kings, okay? Then we got the King of Swords, right? So this is mind over matter. This is somebody that can be very logical, but this is a top shelf person. This is somebody very independent, someone who has worked on themselves and gotten to the point to where they can afford to be very picky when it comes to anything in their lives, because they put in the work to be the top shelf person, okay? And this is the same thing that Spirit is asking of you, to do, so you can have this as well, okay? All right, hold on. Let's clarify. Okay, so we got secrets showing up here, and we also have guidance. So you are getting, guidance from Spirit. You may be seeing feathers on the ground, right? Or, feathers or birds, a lot of birds and things like that, because birds for me represent Spirit, right? So the guidance card is talking about guidance from your higher self, guidance from spirit, trusted family or friends, anybody with quote unquote wisdom. Okay. And then let me clarify. I want to clarify this secrets card and find out why this is showing up here. What's the secrets card, spirit? Okay. See, this is just talk about your person. Secret lovers. Yeah, that's what we are. And then there's I'm still standing better than I ever did. So this is spirit saying you got a secret coming, right? This love with this new person, it says you didn't let hard times become a breaking point. It's a love that deepens with every test. This is a secret reward that you got coming. Spirit wants you to keep this to yourself. Follow your guidance from your higher self when it comes to this love relationship. Okay. All right. So when it comes to the current love energy, we've got the messenger of coins. This the page of pentacles, earth sign, or someone with a lot of earth in their chart, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You and this person are going to start off in a stage like this where you're laying a foundation, spirit is saying. So setting goals, again, it's the same thing. Spirit is saying for each area of your life, money, career, love, you need to have a plan on what it is you want to do, how you want to show up, so on and so forth. So, right, this could be, researching certain things. If you don't understand how a healthy relationship is supposed to work, maybe you need to do a little research. There's nothing wrong with that, because nobody is born here with the fucking answers to everything. There's always going to be things that you're better at than other people, but all of us have to learn certain things, right? And I feel like for this collective, we got to learn how to love and to love in the right way, okay? So spirit is saying with this mission work, it says working to embody one's truest and highest essence and potential, passionately spreading your inner light. That's what's going to help you to lay this foundation when it comes to this love relationship. Because when you do a mission and you set out to help other people and stuff like that, it opens up your heart, right? Even if you've been bitter and jaded and fucking, once bitten, twice shy and all that shit, like say you work with little kids or you do something where you work with little kids on a regular basis, like do some type of charity work or something like that. Being around little baby to stay shut down with no little kids, because you know how they are. They crawl all on you, they love you, and then the next thing you know, you loving them too, right? Okay. The next card talks about what's supporting your love life, right? We have the Two of Swords, right? So it says a rock and a hard place. Some of y'all, this is about needing to make this decision, right? So this says it shows the blessings, the healing, and the support that's enhancing your relationships, that are enhancing them. So this is about you learning that the choice is yours, right? That's why we keep hearing that song. You can get with this or you can get with that. Spirit is saying it's at the end of the day, you got a choice, but it's up to you what you want to do. So some of you may feel trapped, those of you that whatever reason you feel like you still entertaining the old person, because there's some people in this collective that's doing that. Even though I tell them that your rewards are going to be yanked from you if you decide to be with this person, they still don't know what they want to decide. But I feel like for the majority of you, you know what you need to do, okay, when it comes to your love life. And I feel like that answer from spirit hasn't changed. You got to do what's best for you, right? So we got the spirit animal card here. I feel like this is just talking about you and your person mirroring each other, right? That this new person is whoever it is, the old Dusty and Crusty and this new person, they both are reflections of you. I feel like the Dusty and Crusty is a reflection of the old you, because the shit you used to put up with and the things that you wasn't looking at when it comes, came to yourself. I feel like that's what the old Dusty and Crusty represents. But this new person is the reflection of what you're becoming, okay? I hear, do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that I've been showing you? Where are you going to? Do you know? That's Diana Ross. It's what's the name of that damn song? I don't know. I think it's Do You Know? I think that's the name of it. Okay, so then the outcome, right? I'm not going too in depth into this love because we read about love all the time. Okay, I wanted to spend most time on the money and the career because we rarely ever talk about that. Okay, so when it comes to the outcome, the potential, right? Spirit is saying you got many possibilities with the Seven of Cups, right? This is having a lot of options, a lot of choices, and this could lead to confusion because remember, I always tell you quality and quantity are two different things, right? And quantity is not quality. And then we got the 9 of coins here, the rewards of your labor. So Spirit is saying the rewards of your labor is you standing in your power, knowing your worth, and having choices and being confident within yourself to say, okay, I don't know right off the bat who the fuck I'm going to be with, but we going to, spend the time, take the time to go slowly and really get to know these candidates, interview them, and see who in the hell, lights me up, who in the hell make me feel the best, right? Because I told you it's not about you, what you doing anymore. This is about you understanding what your needs are and doing whatever it is you need to do to make sure that they get met. Okay? All right. So we have, rise like a phoenix from the ashes. Okay, some of y'all could have Scorpio energy because that's a Scorpio card. Okay, let's get, see if there's anything else Spirit wants to tell you before I close it out. I don't talk to y'all for 45 minutes. Good Lord. Look at that. See, this is where you're heading towards. Happy family, coming together, either blending families, procreating and creating a family, or doing both. Breaking generational curses. That's what this card is about. Finding what makes you happy when it comes to your money, when it comes to your career, and when it comes to your love life, right? And to stop letting certain shit hold you back, okay? All right. Let's get a message from, wait, let's pull one of these. I'm going to pull one of these cards and then we'll do the messages from your person. I want to pull one of these. Can I just get one card, Spirit? Because we got to do these. Okay, we got ambivalent, all right? It says, you say you want to love her, Cancer, but you're not all in. Spirit is saying, take the time to figure out what you want. That's what this whole spread is about. Spirit is saying, you can have whatever you want. You can get with this or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. It's up to you. The choice is yours, okay? That's why they keep playing that song in my head, to let you know it's all about what you want to do. But like I said, all your choices have consequences. You have to remember that, okay? All right. So you got to just really dig down deep and think about what you want. This is very important, okay? All right. Okay, your person is saying destiny, okay? It says, trust that the universe will guide us towards each other, aligning every detail, every moment for our destined encounter, okay? Then we have career. It says, it might be a while before we get to meet because I'm totally focused on my career now. This person is trying to get to a certain level in their mind, because when I feel like what it is not the, I know they workaholic. I'm not saying that they're not. I'm saying that this person wants to be able to not necessarily coast when the two of you come together, but be able to really relax to get to whatever pinnacle they're trying to shoot for, so that when the two of you come together, they have the time to just be like, okay, I don't have to focus on that no more. I can focus on my person, okay? All right, let's get these cards. I keep hearing the second time around. Howard Hewitt. Or whatever that group he used to be in. I can't remember the name of it. But that's Howard Hewitt singing in my head, though. Not the chorus, but the other words I'm hearing. Okay, we have, you inspire me so much. You are my muse. Okay. Then we've got, you are so damn beautiful or handsome that I freeze in your presence and fear making a fool out of myself. Okay. All right. Okay, let's close it out with these other oracle cards. I enjoyed this, Cancer. I didn't think I would, because it's a long read, and I didn't know if I was gonna, money and career. I don't normally read that, so this was pretty interesting. I liked it. Okay, we have when I get that feeling, I need sexual healing. Sexual healing, baby, is good for me. Sexual healing is something that's good for me. So that's what it's talking about. It says sexual energy can be used to reconnect. Let your bodies release some tension and enjoy pleasure. So you and this person, whoo. And at the bottom of this other deck, before I turned this damn camera on, they were showing me the kinky card. That little kink card, like some people gonna tying up some folks or whatever. I'm like, oh. Okay, it's like that. Okay, I don't see it. Hold on, I'm trying to find it before I cut the camera off. Hold on, there you go. Kinky ways. It says fantasies and fetishes sexually open, looking to explore. So some of y'all, look, y'all gonna have lots of fun getting knocked up. All right, Cancer. Let's see. Let's see. That was your message. Don't forget to like the video, hype the video, like, share, and subscribe. If you'd like to book a personal reading, link in the description box below. Please have a good day, good rest of your week, and a good weekend. And I'll talk to you soon. The hell out of y'all, Cancer. Bye, my crabbies. Bye.